Howdy, hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever the case may be. Wow, this is weird. Now I'm back to this full. I don't know. I'll never understand StreamYard. Welcome, one and all, to a special Saturday edition of Cross Examinations. I just want to give an update. This morning we passed our. Here, let me show it at the stage. This morning we passed our goal of 200 books sold or donated. And then someone came in and freaking, I think it all happened at once. I don't know. It was like one refresh to the next. It went up by 53, 52 or 53 books sold. So what I think happened, they bought 10 donations. So a donation, you can donate 5 books at a time. So I think they probably donated 10 donations and then bought, I don't know, a pack. Like maybe the choose your, no, maybe the AFAR book pack. And that was huge. That was freaking awesome. No special for like buying one and donating one. No, you have to, the donations are a minimum of 5 because you're not just donating one book to, you're donating to these charities that are going to be using them. I think my church depends on how many my church gets. If my church only gets, a few, like 5, they'll probably use them in the kids ministry. If they get a bunch, which is I'm hoping they'll get hundreds over, this goes until May 22nd, but I'm hoping they get hundreds and then they can use them as giveaways because we give away books at our church to new believers or to guests, basically, to kind of like familiarize them with what we believe and actually we give out Josh McDowell's More Than a Carpenter, which is a sort of an apologetics book that has like all this great apologetics information on why you can trust the Bible. You can hear in my voice. I am tired. I'm just like wrecked. I'm wasted. I went for a walk. I'm still having trouble with my stamina, which is why I haven't been on here all the time. Like remember when I used to do my old campaigns and stuff? Like I'd be on 8 hours a day streaming. So I just don't have it in me. I don't have that. I can't sit here and talk for 8 hours. It's just I can't even talk for more than an hour. I can't even talk for an hour sometimes. Today it's like I feel already strained. I just started the stream. That's probably because I'm exhausted. Like physically, like I had energy earlier, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do my walk, and I'm gonna walk all the way down my block. Which I know, if it wasn't for the stroke, that wouldn't be very difficult. But it's a very slow walk because I can't walk very fast. Um, Given my situation, so I walk slow. My hips start. I'm not gonna sit here. You know what? This is just like me complaining. It's just I'm just saying that like the walk down and then all the way back up my hill it like physically drained me, and then I'm like, oh good, I should do a show. But here's the thing, I have to do something now because we're going to a friend's birthday dinner tonight, and I'm making a huge biggest brisket I've ever made, and I have to start prepping. I told my wife, I was like, I got to start prepping that thing at like 7 to get it ready for 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And she's like, well, do you have to leave before that? I'm like, huh? So probably as soon as I get done with this, I have to go prep a brisket for the oven. It's so much. I'm glad Rip Ascend is taking the brunt of the everything for this because I just don't have it. But this needs to get out. Drug 3PO, what's up, brother? I'm looking forward to this. I am too. I look forward to talking to you about it too, buddy. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and complain about being tired because I had a stroke for like all until we're done. Just kidding. Now I get you. Those small achievements mean quite a bit when it's all you can do. It really makes your day. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is do at least 2 of those walks a day. Because I'm honestly I'm just tired of walking like Joe Biden. You see that Joe Biden, like people are comparing him to the robot that they're like, maybe Joe Biden was a robot. It's like, no, Joe Biden has really weak muscles or something. But I walk not just like that, but I'm tired of walking like that. I want to walk normal. Absolutely. Let me get through next week and I'll reach out. Right on, buddy. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate you, man. God bless. And if you know anybody else in the Christian sphere who'd be wanting to talk about it, please let them know. I'd love to share the good news. That's what we do here in Christianity. We share the good news. Oh, you know what? That made me think. One of the things I wanted to do about I was just thinking about it like I'm hearing a lot of you remember the whole Japan X crossover thing with America? Well, I've been hearing people complain this weekend, and probably because it's Easter weekend, like Japanese people complaining about how Americans don't understand how bad our evangelicalism comes off in Japan because they're not just a pagan society; they're a polytheistic society. So it's like when you come in there swinging your axe, saying we should chop down all of these pagan deities you've got. It's like it's very offensive to them culturally. Would you mind if I put you in contact through DMs with other Christian YouTubers that would probably love to have you on their show? Absolutely, brother. Just let me know so I can check because you know how if you're not friends with somebody, the DM doesn't come through. I have to go in and check with them, or just let me know and I'll send them I'll follow them. Whoever you want me to contact, I'll follow them before they contact me. I would appreciate it. Yeah, anything, man. I'll go on anybody's channel. I need to spread the gospel. I think this is the most important thing I'm ever going to do in my life. Like, because this will reach people. It's like the most inoffensive gospel you could imagine, that I can imagine at least. And I mean, I'm going to give this to my mom. My mom's a Buddhist. And I think she'll actually look through it. And maybe that'll get through her thick skull. I don't know, but I just think this can be used as such a powerful ministry tool. And that's my son. I just really the more people we can get this in front of, the better. Particularly for the donations part. And I'll just tell you guys. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you, but like over. Let me see if I can do the math. I think 2/3 of the books sold so far have been donations, which is fantastic. I think it's 2/3. I'm not a math magician. I'm not one of them math Asians. But I think 2/3 roughly of the books sold are going to churches and to Christian Comic Art Society. And that's the idea, right? This is a ministry. We're supposed to be reaching people with the gospel in the most inoffensive way possible, which is getting back to my point about Japan and how do we minister to Japan. And what I was thinking personally was like doing sort of a what would you call it? It wouldn't be I guess it would be an allegorical telling of Moses, but in Japan, it was $27. Where instead of Pharaoh, because basically Moses went in and defeated the gods that Pharaoh that were part of the Egyptian pantheon, like the frogs and the flies and the locusts and the blah blah blah. These were all Egyptian gods, right? And I was thinking, what if you did an analogy story of like a Moses character defeating the Buddhist pantheon, or at least maybe the top 10, because there's like millions in that. Because Buddhism is a branch of Hinduism. If you guys didn't know that, Buddhism came from Hinduism. And Hinduism is like 3 or 8 million gods. I don't even know. But if you could do something like, take your top 10 and then like you had a Moses type figure do that. And then somebody else, one of the Japanese guys that was complaining about all this stuff on X, he was saying, what did Paul do? Basically on Mars Hill, right? What did Paul do when he was talking to pagans? Did he come and say, hey, all you stupid pagans with your stupid fake gods? And no, he wasn't. He was like, he was respectful of the fact that they believed what they believed. And then he pointed out, see that you even have a pillar to the unknown God. Well, that's the unknown. The unknown God is the one I'm trying to preach to you. That's the true and real God of the universe. And then he like goes into that. So I don't know. I mean, that was a very good point. I'm gonna keep thinking about it, because obviously I'm half Japanese, so I have a real like all my family in Japan. I don't think any of them are Christians, because it's such a tiny population. It's 1% of the whole population of Japan is Christian. So I don't know. It's something I'm gonna percolate about. But if you've got ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments or send me a message or something like that. Maybe that'll be my next big project, is trying to create a manga that can reach the Japanese people with the gospel in an inoffensive way. I mean, maybe it's AFAR. I mean, that'd be fantastic if it was AFAR. Right? So, I don't know. Some feedback. Hey, what's up, Phil? Congrats on the launch. Thank you very much. Please share the love. Let people know. It is, let's see. I'm not going to sit here and keep refreshing. Oh, I guess I am. But, yeah, we beat the 200 goal, 200 book sold or donated goal. We're now at 255, thanks to one huge backer. I think it's one. I mean, I don't have access to the back room of all this stuff, but I know it went from 203. I think it was 203 all the way to 200. Oh no, what it was 201, and then it went up to 253, and then somebody I know backed it again, so it got us up to 255. I know because I was texting him at the time he backed it. Phil, you know who it is. We hung out with them in Heroes. He's asking if I was going to come back, but I was like, I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So we're like 25% above the goal, and that's fantastic. And especially considering it's really only been like a couple days. This is literally so awesome. Okay, so yeah, awesome. We do 80%. Awesome that. Okay, I'm gonna remove that. Man, I am wiped. I don't know if I can do. I don't think I can do a whole hour. But maybe I can pop around and try to find one of the questions. Somebody had a question. Looking at my beef brisket recipe. I make a heck of a brisket. So much kudos, Mike. Congratulations. Thank you. But let's do some actual cross-examination stuff here real quick. Dang it. I am. And the thing is, it sucks. I can't drink like I can't go drink some green tea or something, because I tried to drink green tea one day. My blood pressure shot through the roof. So I can't drink caffeine. This was unexpected. Right. I am the unexpected. Saturday stream. It's going to be a short one. I just don't have the power for it. I'm great. Brisket to me is basically beef bacon. But I mean, I'm talking about a smoked. I'm not talking about like you get a brisket and you slice it and you cook it like bacon. What? No, smoked brisket. It's gonna be. I'm gonna start prepping this thing at 5 o'clock today, and it's gonna be done at 3 o'clock tomorrow. It's gonna be a 22-hour process, and it's gonna be. Hopefully, I don't screw it up. I've only screwed up one brisket, and that was like my first. And I tried to smoke it on my. I did this dumb thing. I saw it on YouTube where you have a gas grill and you put a little. You put some wood chips in a thing and you put it in your gas grill and it smokes in your gas grill because you're smoke. That did not work. It's because it smoked. It reminds me of it. How can it remind you of bacon when it just falls apart? It's just like the softest meat. It just like turns into jelly. It's like not jelly. It's still got texture, but man, now I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Anyways, what was I doing? I was looking for. By the way, if you have not already, please do go and support AFAR. You can buy one for yourself, buy some for friends. This will be out. I think it's gonna deliver in June or July. Pre-order ends May 22nd. I think it ships June or July. I'm not sure, but stock some up for Christmas or birthdays or whatever. This is going to be a great Christmas or just a great gift at any time gift. Back to school, summer. I don't know, whatever. Hopefully, I'll have stock of this, and hopefully I can get a spot in San Diego. They haven't returned my message. Unfortunately, my gal who got me my Artist Alley table at San Diego passed away last year. So I've known her for 30 years. So it's sad. It's also now irritating because I'm not getting responded to from San Diego. I would love to when I get Lone Star 3. I don't trust internet grifters anymore. Aw, Kirk Fashy. Well, here's an option if you don't want it because it's done. Here's the thing. I can't fulfill Lone Star 3. That's just stuff got in the way. I will fulfill it. The only thing that'll stop me from fulfilling it is me dying. All right? On my honor, Your Honor, I will fulfill it eventually because I'm already 78 pages into the next book or the next Lone Star stuff. So I'm obviously continuing to work on Lone Star. And I can't do anything with that until I fulfill Lone Star 3. But this is a totally different thing. This is completely done. Ripper versus handling everything. If you don't want to put money in my pocket, then just do the donations. If you're a Christian and you care about spreading the gospel, this isn't the only way, but unless you're out there doing it yourself, this is a good way to help because this is the most inoffensive gospel ever that I can think of. All right, so get one, donate it. If your church, show it to your church. If they think they'd like to be a target for donations, then that'd be great. You can get your church set up for donations of this book too. And on the donated books, I don't make a dime. And I told him I didn't want to make a dime on the ministry part of this. Only if you want like a hardcover or a softcover for your own personal collection, you can get that. It's not in any way, shape, or form a grift. The book's already done. And honestly, if you're a Christian, if you're not a Christian, I doubt you'd be supporting this anyways, right? Most Christians aren't going to support the gospel being spread. If you are a Christian and you won't support me because I haven't fulfilled Lone Star 3 yet, there's this thing in the Bible about forgiveness. Maybe you should look it up. Just saying. Sorry for your loss. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, Clydine was good peeps. I met her from Wildstorm. way back in the way back day. I know her brother worked at Wildstorm. Her sister was a photographer for my wife when she was the voodoo model. The whole family is cool. Gonna get one for me, one for my niece. Kind of tempted to get more, but I'm not. But I'm getting by on disability. Understood. And it's very. I mean, not to say this is a cheap book. It's only $15 for the paperback. So it's like, I'm glad the price point is that low, because I don't want. This isn't the money grab. I'm not doing this so that I can get rich. I'm doing this so that I can spread the gospel. Maybe some water with apple cider vinegar could help with the sleepiness. Well, that. Oh, you know what? I haven't taken I usually take a bunch of stuff that. A bunch of vasodilator stuff. I took my cacao. It's high flavanol cacao powder, and it's a vasodilator, which is supposed to increase your oxygen flow and make you more alert. But I haven't taken all my other pills yet. It's like garlic, aged garlic, cayenne pepper, natto kinase, all these vasodilators. Trying to clear my arterial plaque so that I don't have to deal with getting another stroke. So naps are amazing. I don't know, Mike. I kind of want to be offensive. Well, we're offensive on our own, but and the truth is offensive enough without us being more offensive about it. Hi, Mike. Hey, Joe. Intense shifter. Forgiveness, God does that, right? And we're supposed to try to be like God. It'll still be there in the future, right? Not the hardback, only the softback. The soft cover will always be available. I think that's how it's working. I mean, I'm honestly, dude, I think when this book gets in front of people, that's the easiest sell. That's the easiest sell for this thing, is getting it in front of people and selling it. All right. But the pre-orders like this, you have to go by just a few pictures. I mean, you can go on the Webtoons and look up AFAR the Adorable. You can read the whole thing, except I haven't uploaded the final strip. But you can read the whole thing for free and see if you like it. But really, just having that thing in your hand, I mean, just like, reading Calvin and Hobbes online is one thing. Having the book in your hand, right? Revenge of the Babysat. It's just so much cooler. And when you're gonna have this book in your hand like this, it'll be so easy, so much easier. And so I think we're gonna have to have that available like all the time. All the time. Should be always available for order. Coke and gunpowder works, I hear. I have not tried it. Intense shifter. Probably won't. Garlic will put you to sleep. What? How so? Oh, also, I got some Moroccan olive oil, which is supposed to be the highest polyphenol olive oil on earth. We'll see. I thought that high polyphenol olive oil was supposed to burn your throat, but I drank a shot of that stuff and it didn't. So, but also it's supposed to be good for blood pressure and stuff. Anyways, where am I? I'm on this. Let me grab a new window. Let me see if I can tackle a question before our goal met. Let's go. Okay. Clever moniker. He says, demonstrate using the Bible that Jesus fulfilled the prophecy that begins in Zechariah 9:9. Moroccan machine oil. There's only one good olive oil, and that's Greek. Have you had that tested? Love you. Oh, thanks, Ben. Love you too, man. Moroccan machine oil. What? You're just being an what do you call it? A nationalist. You only want people to have Greek olive oil because you're Greek. All right. Zechariah 9:9. Also, my throat has been hurting me for like a. Oh, you have an olive oil grove? That's freaking rad, dude. Or just an olive grove. You make olive oil, right? Yes? No? What do you do? Blue letter. No. Is it Blue Letter Bible? No, it's King James Bible. And it is Zechariah chapter 9. 400 trees. Gosh, dang. How old are they? Because an olive oil tree, doesn't it take like 40 or 50 years to mature? And that's what the Romans did around the Mediterranean. Because they built the roads. What they would do is they would build the roads and they would plant olive oil or olive trees next to the roads, and they would basically lease out the road repair along with the olive oils. They'd say, you guys can have all of the olives from this stretch of road if you maintain the road. So it's like farmers or olive oil manufacturers, whatever, would be like, yeah, we'll do that. We'll tend the trees. We'll harvest the olives, and we'll maintain the roads. Partly because they need the roads to transport the olives, but yeah. Greek oil and Liberty burgers. Some are really, really old, before my great-great-grandfather's time. Well, then they're ripe. They're ready. All right, so let's see. Let us see. Zechariah 9. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just and having salvation, lowly, riding upon an ass, and upon a colt, the foal of an ass. I mean, the contention here, because it's obvious, you can't. It's in what, Matthew and John. It's in multiple. The triumphal entry and Jesus riding the colt, the foal of an ass, into Jerusalem on the specific day that is prophesied here is very obvious and well known. The contention that these guys, I know where this guy's coming. He's coming from Justin Deconstruction Zone's hangout, whatever. They try to make the argument that Jesus wasn't a king. And so this isn't fulfilled because it says, thy king cometh unto thee. Because they're like, well, he was never anointed. He never led anybody. He didn't lead. He didn't sit on a throne. He didn't blah, blah, blah. It's like, I was just, I'm reading the Three Musketeers series, D'Artagnan series. I'm not reading, I'm listening to it. And they're very historical. I mean, they're quote unquote supposed to be historical. Like this is all this crap actually happened. Historical fiction, I would assume, right? Like this, Dumas probably took historical records and then just weaved his own story through it, which is great. But some of the historical record stuff, like the King of England lived in France. The King of England, who had never sat the throne, who his father was killed, beheaded, and so he was a child. So he became the king because his father was beheaded, right? He was still the king. Never sat the throne, never had any power, never set foot in his own country even. but he was the king. He was the rightful king of England. And then later on, D'Artagnan and those guys got him through some machinations of their own. Got him free. The king of Iran right now lives, I believe, in America, but he is the rightful king of Iran. You don't have to be coronated and sit on a throne and run an army, run a budget, hold a scepter, all that stuff. You can be born a king in just real life, in normal historical and current events. You can be born the king of a country, even if you don't hold power there. When the wise men from the east, I personally believe they were Zoroastrians, came, who did they ask King Herod about? He who was, let's hear it, born king of the Jews. That's who he was asking about. That's what got Herod all flibberty-gibbeted, right? He's like, wait, what? I'm king of the Jews. But he wasn't born king of the Jews. He was installed as king. So, but he who was born king of the Jews, his kingship, first of all, it's everlasting. But his kingship as a human being started when he was born. He was born king of the Jews. This whole argument that you have to be anointed with oil, you have to be blah, blah, blah. No. His father was not the rightful king of Iran, though he was just placed as a puppet. His family, from what I know, his family is the family that ruled Iran for like 1,000 years or more. So he is in the royal lineage of the kings of Iran, kings of Persia. Unless I'm wrong, but that is what I understand. But you're not really affecting my point. I don't understand why atheists bother with these trivial details. It is so juvenile. It is juvenile. No, his family is not royal at all. All right, let's go super drive. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you're right. No genealogical link to ancient dynasties. Who was? Is there a surviving link to the ancient dynasty? No surviving genealogical blood link above all any ancient royal dynasties such as Achaemenid. Confirmed family origins. No, I'm asking, are there any surviving descendants of the royal lineage? I wonder how you lose. Oh, what? Sassanid Empire ended with Arab. Oh, it ended with the Arab Muslim conquest. The last king, Yazdegerd III, had children who fled or were captured. Some local rulers in northern Iran. Blah blah blah. But all right. So, anyways, he was the king, so to speak, before. Who is the real Prince of Persia? Well, Okay, that's another thing. Is he part of an ancient royal family, or is he installed like Herod was installed? Right? Would you have been like, "Hey, Herod, you're not the king"? Probably not. Or usurpers. I don't want to do. I'm trying to think of um, actual usurpers in history. Um, I mean, Charlemagne just kind of came out of nowhere, right? Charlemagne wasn't part of any royal lineage in France, was he? But he became the king. Hell, he practically became pope. Uh, he became more powerful than the pope. Pretty dope. Um, and then his lineage became the lineage of kings, right? So if he was a king, then his lineage is the lineage of kings, at least as long as the people are okay with it. And it sounds like a lot of the Persian people want the Shah's son installed, at least temporarily, as the new king. You're against Iran getting what is your position, Joe? I don't even know. That's why it's important that Jesus was in the lineage of David, the tribe of Judah, right? Charlemagne was the strongest barbarian around. Basically, but that propped him up as king, right? You can, no matter how you get there, if you're recognized by the people as a king, you're the king. And if it's a king, then it's a royal, and it becomes, you know, then your children are born as royal descendants. I think that the people of Iran should elect their government. I wonder what percent of. That's another question. What percentage of Iranians are Persian? 61% are Fars or Persians. As long as they don't vote Muslims in, that seems to be the problem. Or even if they vote like secular Muslims or moderate Muslims, as long as they're not voting in freaking Ahmadinejad Muslims. That is a problem in the Middle East, where you give them democracy and then they vote in Hamas, right? Hezbollah. Oh yeah, let's because we're all Muslims, let's vote in the extremist Muslims and spend all of our money on missiles to try to take out the Jews. I'm sorry, I'm so confused. I don't know who to believe anymore. I want to believe we are working toward the best outcome for the people. Yeah, that's what I want to believe too. And that's what I do believe. I mean, did we bomb a girls' school that happened to be on a freaking military complex with bad information? Maybe. I don't know. Do we actively target children and innocent people? No. So if we did bomb it, it was an accident. But people are like, oh, look, you're the terrorist. No, terrorists are the ones that do that on purpose. And they don't do it to destroy a military target. They do it to strike terror in the population. We don't want to strike terror in the population. We want to strike terror in the leadership. We want to be able to just crush the leadership and make them incapable of fighting this war or fighting. Honestly, just give the Persians weapons. This is their war. We've taken out the big. I don't know what percent. We've taken out a large percentage of their big arsenal, right? So if it's a ground war, it's got to be a ground war. And obviously the Persians got balls, because They went in, even though they knew they were going to get mass executed, and they had nothing. They just had fists in the air. Or maybe they had some Molotov cocktails. Who knows? And they were going up against guys with machine guns and sniper rifles, and they knew it, and they did it anyways. These people would pick up guns. If we drop off a bunch of M16s, whatever, that's how you know that we can give them good American guns, Jewish guns. Give them some Uzis. Give them some American guns so that they can tell the difference between themselves and the bad guys. Because the bad guys are all going to have Kalashnikovs, right? AK-47s. I know. Weird place to take it. But, yeah, I believe, Trump's just trying to take out a really bad dictatorship, which has been a problem since 1979. So, and it's a funny thing. Is like people are like, but Trump's always said no war, no war. Trump has been on about Iran since the 80s. They took over in 1979. Trump has been anti-Iranian, anti-mullah, the biggest funder of terrorism in the world since the 1980s. Since he was, probably my age. No, just kidding. He was since he was younger than me, since he was like in his 30s or something. So this is not inconsistent with what we all voted for. If you all just thought Trump was like, I'm never going to do any war type stuff ever. That's not what he ran on. He literally was saying, I'm going to bomb the crap out of Iran. Trump doesn't know what he's doing. His only good perk was that he was anti-war. See, there you go. You missed the last 50 years of him talking about Iran, apparently, so that you can hold on to this. He's just anti-war. No, he's not anti-war. He's against these endless wars. He doesn't want to be in Iran for 20 years. But stuff has to happen. I loved what in Venezuela. He just went in. Boop. Was that an act of war? Yeah, it was. Was it freaking awesome? Yeah, it was. If Trump as a private person and Trump's programs are a separate thing. Trump's opinions on Iran as a private person and Trump's opinion on Iran as a president aren't going to change. We elected Trump to be Trump. And we didn't elect Trump to be somebody he ain't. Look, man, you can go through every president. There's never been a president who did so much of what he freaking said he was going to do on the campaign trail as Trump. Trump didn't run advertising a war in Iran. He didn't hide it. Are we ever going to get out of that war that Trump started in Venezuela? The new Venezuelan government is working with the U.S. Isn't that nice? All you had to do is go in there, boop, you, out. Oh, yeah. If the next guy that comes in isn't willing to talk, then you go away. Honestly, that's such a ballsy move. Taking out Maduro. And look, here's the thing. I think the people who are like anti what Trump did in Venezuela and anti what Trump did in Iran, you guys don't know any Venezuelans or any Iranian people. Every Venezuelan who fled that dictatorship where they were eating the animals in the zoo, starving in the streets, abandoning the country, was very happy that they took out their dictator. I'm going to say 99% of the Iranian. I grew up with an Iranian family. I mean, I wasn't part of their family, but they were friends of our family. Um, we knew this stuff going back to the 80s. So did Trump. Trump probably dated an Iranian woman for all I know. That's where he got his stuff. No, man. The man said he was against any war and intervention in the Middle East, and then someone forced him to eat his words. I'm happy with this because I have Iranian friends. I'm happy with Venezuela because I have Venezuelan friends. My friend Tio had to escape Venezuela, where, by the way, he was a fantastic artist. He actually colored AFAR. The first 30 pages that are colored, that was Tio. He did that in Venezuela, but he finally escaped Venezuela and came up and lives here in good old US of A, and is now happy. I think he's got a girlfriend. But anyways, Mike, your Iranian friends are not Iranian anymore. No, they call themselves Persian. And so you're saying all those Somalis here in America, they're not Somali anymore because they're not in Somalia? Do I have to be in America to be an American? Greek, if you Joe, if you move to America, are you no longer Greek? That's a pretty freaking lame argument. So, anyways, regardless, maybe somebody did force me to use words. I doubt it, but because his words are the same words, or him doing that is the same stuff he's been saying again for 50 freaking years. Well, not 50, 47 years. He said this about Iran over and 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 over again. As a private citizen, as a candidate, he literally said, "I'm gonna bomb the s out of Iran." He said it, so you can't sit there and pretend like he didn't say it. I don't consider Greek immigrants as real Greek anymore. Well, that's great for you. That you don't. That's not objective truth, is it? Magic dirt. What's up, Drake? What's the magic dirt? AFAR? Are we talking about AFAR? Oh, there's my wife. She's hiding. Yeah. It's not. It's full. It's full. Don't we have another one? All right. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up a little bit early. Again, get out there, support AFAR. Hey, we sold a couple of more books. Fantastic. The link is in the description. If you can't support it yourself, then please do share it out and let people know. This is going to be a great ministry and a great way to share. Great way to make it easy to share the gospel and to teach your young ones the gospel. Grant Cosby, I hope you feel that. I hope I do too. Thank you, Grant. So, with that being said, God bless you all. Have a great, great Easter. No, that is not objective, Joe. I'm not going to even play with it anymore. All right. God bless you guys. We'll see you on the next exciting episode. Peace.